Hello everyone, this video will cover all patch notes for the biggest update in the Hunt Showdown history. Welcome to Hunt Showdown 1896 and let's get into it. This update is basically a relaunch of the game, giving us the new era of Hunt. This update, the game engine is updating from CryEngine 5.6 to 5.11, giving us DX12, which is supposed to put more load on your GPU rather than your CPU, DLSS and FSR support, HDR support, native 3D audio support and enhanced graphics. You will notice better lighting, textures, new water system and new fur and hair physics. The engine also gives us improvements for level of detail system, anti-aliasing, screen space reflections, global illumination and texture streaming. We also got the direct storage, which is gonna result into faster loading into games. And to showcase the new engine, we are also getting a new map 4, the MADMONQ. The map is 1k by 1k meters like other maps, set in a new mountain biome with large forests, mountains, rivers and underground mines. Like other maps, it has 16 compounds. This map has also increased verticality, but also the underground mines, so it's creating new gameplay experience. What's interesting about this map is that the double clue compounds are on edge of the map. So if you're lucky, you might get 2 clues right off the spawn. This map also introduced 2 new animal types, a bat and cows. Bats will be mainly on entrance to the mines, and they are basically the same as crows. They make noise and alert players. The same goes for cows. They can act as horses, and they're gonna alert players in nearby. MADMONQ will be the only map you can play for the first 30 days, and then Rework Stillwater Bayou will come back. There will be only night, neutral and golden time of day, but others will come later too. For all the new players watching this, Hunt is also getting optional centered crosshair, so you won't have to play the lowered crosshair anymore. I will have a separate video for this, where I compare the lowered versus centered crosshair positions. Let's go back to the new things, and start with the new event, Scorched Earth. Like always, this event will have free pacts, battle pass, sealed rewards and new wild target, but about that later. Each player can carry up to 4 pledge marks, and you get 1 pledge mark for getting 30 event points, looting your first hunter, banishing a boss or becoming a soul survivor. You can use those pledge marks to unlock a sealed rewards located in watchtowers, hunting towers and in sealed horde. The sealed rewards are around the map and they can give you many different things. You can get big cash register giving you somewhere from $250 to $1000, XP boon, the master clue and the others you remember. There are also 2 new rewards, a dark side boon which refills your dark side boost. This only works if you have the bounty on yourself. And also a weapon box, it can either spawn a rifle, scope rifle or a shotgun. Now let's take a look at the pacts. Wilderness Pact gives you surefoot trait. You can sprint while using tools and consumables, and for solos, it makes crouching quieter. This pact is crazy good and it will change the gameplay a lot. Especially using grenades and sprinting to enemies with it cooked in your hand. Or sprinting away as you are using your wit shots. It has 2 conditional traits. Beast Face, you will no longer be noticed at all by wildlife and you will not break branches. And Frontiersman gives you 1 extra pledge mark for getting 30 event points. Lawful Pact has Peacekeeper. It's coming back and it's little more balanced now. Looting Hunter will restore 1 health chunk and that's it. This works for each body only once, so you cannot do it twice on a single player that you killed twice. The conditional trait effects are Pack Mule. You're gonna receive extra ammo for looting a hunter. You get 2 bullets for every weapon. And Vigilant, it doubles the highlighted range in Darkside. This works for traps, which you'll see a lot more in this update. Demented Pact is back too, with the Berserker. All melee attacks do double the damage. And 2 conditional trait effects, Adrenaline. When you are critical health, you will receive a short speed boost. This is my favorite one. But it only works when you are below 49 HP. You will be very fast, as you can see on the screen, and that's gonna make some interesting plays. And Ghoul, damaging bosses gives you small amount of health. Great news, they also changed how you get event points now. The event totems got removed and now you get points for killing special AI along with the old ways. The list is on the screen. We are also getting new equipment. Let's start with the new weapon, 1865 Carbine. This is new lever action medium ammo rifle with a high damage but a very slow bullet speed. And no, levering doesn't work on this one. It comes in free battle pass, so you'll have to unlock it. So far it only has FMJ bullets and no skins. Then we got Infantry 73L, which is basically old Winfield musket bayonet without the bayonet. It has a longer barrel, holds more bullets, at the cost of worse levering. It might not be that new, but it's a new weapon family, and it also comes as a sniper variant. This weapon with high velocity bullets might be very good with the infinite headshot range. If you remember my April Fool's video, this will shock you a little. They are actually adding a crossbow that die to Hunt, for real now. So if you want to snipe with crossbow, you can. especially because they're also adding a new bolt, steel bolts. Those have more velocity, less drop, but also less damage. Rival shotgun is getting new variant, Chroma. It's cool, so why not? And we are getting a new tool, bear traps. They come in pack of 3, and in general, all bear traps got buffed. They do more damage and also slow you down a little. In the free battle pass, you can also unlock new ammo types. As mentioned before, crossbow steel bolt, drilling high velocity, marathon incendiary, and martini high velocity ammo. Sounds strong, but there is some changes to high velocity ammo, which I'll talk about later. Weekly challenges are also getting a huge rework. Now every week, we get a new set. The challenges are the same for everyone and cannot be reshuffled. Great thing about this is that you can complete the challenges from the past because they stay there until the event is over. And with this new event we also get a new wild target, Hellborn. This is our emulator boss and visually it's amazing. It has 3 different attacks. Mostly it's a ranged fireball attacks, but then if he gets too close he will explode. And the third attack, he will shoot many fireballs in the air that will rain down. He can eat all your bars very quickly, but once you get used to it, he's kinda easy. The best thing about this wall target is that you get insta-banish upon killing, and it doesn't need to be banished. So right when he dies, he will drop a bounty and a guaranteed burn rate. I will make a guide video where I go in depth how to kill this demon and show you the easiest ways. Also a note, Rojo won't spawn in Colorado. Now let's talk about the biggest gameplay change ever, bullet drop. This will now affect all weapons in the game. So there are many changes because of this bullet drop. Headshots will always be lethal, no matter the distance or weapon, except shotguns of course. Damage fall-off for most weapons has been improved, so you will deal more damage at distance. Some weapons got their sights adjusted for better aiming at long distance. Spyglass pings will now show you the distance as on the shooting range, and all bullets despawn at 500 meters, except shotguns of course. For the bullet drop there is a new stat, drop range, which shows at what range the bullet will drop by head height. So at this range, you want to aim one head up on your enemies. The number is different for all weapons, but it's based on ammo type, muzzle velocity, how long is the barrel, and of course, balance. This is why compact ammo has the flattest drop curve, medium ammo has the balanced drop curve, and long ammo has the most intense drop curve. Arrows and bolts are the same as the update before. Because of this, FMG and dum-dum ammo increases the drop and high velocity and spitzer decreases the drop. You will be able to test all this on shooting range, especially if you take fire ammo, so you can see the tracers. Another interesting change that all weapons, except shotguns and derringers, can do minimum of 25 damage to upper torso at any range. So the lowest damage to upper torso is 25. But a needed change and long requested was made to medium ammo, where the damage fall-off starts at 30 meters instead of 20. For example, compact ammo is 20, long ammo 40, so now medium is 30. Now, let's talk shotguns. In my opinion, they got a massive buff. They got a slight increase of damage at distance. This won't change the one-tap ranges, but it will greatly enhance the two-tap ranges. The crosshair spread size also got adjusted and reduced, and buckshot pellets despawn at 100 meters. Until then, they can do little bit of damage. Not much, of course. For a small barrel shotguns, the bullets despawn at 50 meters, but they got a buff in longer one-hit ranges. This might be a very controversial change, so we will have to see how it feels. Slugs also got a big buff, but also balance. Of course you get infinite headshot range with slugs, that's why now there is a spread deviation even in ADS. This means at longer distances the slug will go a little bit to left or right. In general it's still a buff to slugs because of the headshot range. And this also applies to nitro, so at longer distances it won't be 100% accurate. Let's move on. You already noticed, but Hunt also got a new UI. This will be the best if you take a look yourself and try to get used to it once you can. But keep in mind this is the start and devs will continue updating and improving it over time. So make sure to give them some feedback. You will also notice a naming change for weapons and custom ammo, making it more consistent and in general shorter names. Sadly, some features from the old UI are getting removed, like questlines, library, trials and black market. Now let's go take a look at more gunplay changes. All medium slot rifles got a sway reduction and now it's lower than single slot pistols. This also applies to upper mat because you hold it with two hands. Dual wielding got a reduction in recoil, and upper mat and haymaker, the new name for upper mat, got their damage changed, and Mako got better spread, that includes levering of course. The riot scopes got a huge buff, and now they give you no movement penalty reduction, while in scope, and the sway is also decreased. You might also notice a small changes to marksman scope and a sniper scope too. Now let's talk about levering. In general, levering got increased rate of fire and improved spread. This will go crazy. Some silence weapons got their sights reworked to be more in line with others. This will make them more fun to play. Scottfield Precision got increased for rate of fire, and spread for Scottfield Spitfire and Brawler got improved. Obrez Extended now gives you 15 and 10 bullets in reserve, so that's the best secondary for Aftermath. And Hunting Bow got a huge buff. They increased the damage for the arrows, making it as effective as if you had 100 hands. So now having this trait will give you extra damage on top. Also, all custom ammo arrows go from 3 to 5 ammo in reserve. There are also many changes for custom ammo. High Velocity is getting a big nerf. Now it has a 5% damage reduction compared to the normal ammo. The increased velocity is now only from 75 to 150 meters per second, so overall it's slower than before, and it also has a stronger kick and reduced ammo capacity. The reduced ammo capacity also goes for Spitzer. Other than that, Spitzer ammo is the same. FMJ ammo is getting a nerf in form of more recoil, so a small nerf to fanning pistols with FMJ. Also, all precision variants like Uppercut Precision, Scottfield Precision get more reserve ammo. This doesn't apply for Dodge Precision. Now, let's jump into equipment changes. Unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to Electric Lamp as it's getting removed from the game. Not sure what are the future plans, but I hope it makes comeback in the future. My most disliked change is increased damage for allied trip mines and Hellfires. Hellfire goes to 49 damage and trip mine to 25. This will not be fun on the receiving end, but this will allow making insta red skull traps, and I'm sure I'm gonna make tons of videos about it later. Talking about traps, they got a huge improvement. You can now place trip mines on walls or window frames, but keep in mind that now, doors and anything in game can interact with traps and activate them. And as mentioned before, bear traps do more damage and slow you down a little. Beetles got buffed too. The Fire Beetle now flies the same speed as the other beetles and does 25 damage. Stalker Beetle now does 50 damage, so you can pretty much insta-kill player with 3 beetles in a trio. Let's go to gameplay changes. So the biggest change is that the down hunters burn faster, way faster. The burn speed got increased from 1 damage per second to 2.5 damage per second. So hunter with 125 HP will fully burn out in 50 seconds. Of course you can take soul skin, and that makes the damage 1.65 per second, but this only applies while downed. The burning speed when you are alive is the same. All choke clouds will only last 60 seconds, reduced from previous 120 seconds to reduced stalemates. Necromancer is now a burn trait, having only one use. For solos, you get a full restoration upon revive, and after dying, it only takes 5 seconds to use the Necromancer. But it's only one time use. For teams, you don't get a banish, but necromancing your teammate will no longer draw your health. Fall damage got reworked, and it should now be more consistent. You will feel it a lot while exploring the new map. There are many improvements for the overhead team indicators. They show on radar, they show above down teammates, above beetles, and beetles are shown on the map. So more readability. More changes to Rule of 2, and those are very game changing. Every interaction in the game is no longer restricted to 2 uses only. This means every toolbox, every saddlebag, supply point, ammo, medkit, ammo boxes can be used by every player once. This also works for hunters. They can all be looted without needing the vulture. Vulture trait now costs 2 trade points and gives you extra $100 while looting. There are some audio gameplay changes, like AI will get alerted from further noises and can cascade over distance, and twigs make a louder sound. There are some trait changes. We have a new trait type, the Scars trait. They are blue and only drop in-game. For example, Shadow is a Scars trait, and it doesn't burn upon getting downed, but it burns upon dying fully. Also, Shadow Leap is coming back as a Scars trait. Witness trait is back as a regular trait, giving you the ability to see dead hunters in Darkside, and Adrenaline is being changed to give you short stamina boost. Also, Scars and Burn traits are now in the pool of traits in Soul Survivor. There are more changes to door damage, but they weren't that important. Same with price changes. Maybe the few interesting ones are that Cyclone goes from $535 to $280 $100, and Mosin goes from $490 to $620 $100. The entire hunter recruitment system got reworked, and now it's separated into 2, free hunters and hunters. Free hunters are the same as before, giving you low tier loadout with contraband equipment, and they also reshuffle automatically after every mission. Then there is hunters. They cost $100 no matter who it is. You can unlock 90 different hunters for free in Bloodline and Progression like Prestiging, or buy other hunters for Blood Bonds or DLCs. Most tier 2 and tier 3 hunters are not there yet, but they will be added in the future in the new system of upgrading existing hunters. The Bloodline and Prestiging now gives you more rewards, shown on the screen. And yes, if you are a Prestige 100, you will get all the previous rewards that are you supposed to get. We are also getting 5 extra loadout presets, going from 10 to 15 if you need. There are also many controller improvements, but I will leave that for the controller players to check. We are getting many audio changes. Long ammo will be louder than compact ammo, for example. Derringer audio range is reduced from 300 to 150 meters. Hive Swarm is quieter, but the Hive Scream is louder. Elevators are also louder. Dark Side Traits are now audible further, but in general quieter. All volume close to player is reduced, that's like below 5 meters. More readability to gunfire on distance, adding filtering to 30 to 70 meters and beyond 70 meters, making it easier to guess the distance of gunshots. Scrapbeak is now little quieter, thanks God. The biggest audio change is true speed of sound, making sound actually travel in-game. This applies for gunshots, but also explosions. So at long distance, you might get hit and then hear the gunshot audio, as you would in real life. Audio-wise, there is also new soundtrack and more in-game tracks for pianos and gramophones. Going away from audio, there are many animation changes for weapons. You'll notice them, they are smoother and feel better. There is an overall reduction of wall items across the map. This is because they can be all looted by all players. And supply points got reduced from 5 to 4. This is pretty much everything coming to Han Showdown 1896. I covered 99% of the patch notes, the rest is bug fixes and legendary weapons. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe because this video takes very long to make.